Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose, and this is your astrology preview for the 31st decan of the year, November 3 through 12, 2023. This is the second 10 days of the sun's transit in Scorpio, and they are brought to you by the Six of Cups in Tarot. Before we get into it, I want to say, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Click that notifications bell so you will know every time I post more astrology or tarot content, which is like every day. It helps me out a lot. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. The Six of Cups indicates a kind of sentimentality about the past and things you might remember fondly. It can be about a person's desire to return to the carefree days of youth or missing one's old friends. And it is appropriate that this card comes up at this time of year because in Scorpio season, and especially around Samhain, there is a beautiful yet inward gazing vibe that inevitably calls on us to look back, remembering past emotional connections and the changes we've been through. This 10-day segment includes Saturn going direct, Venus moving on into Libra, Mercury moving on into Sagittarius, and the waning half moon in Leo this Sunday. So the vibe of the next 10 days is giving us shifts in consciousness toward greater clarity and forward motion, optimistic plans and conversations, and harmony in our relationships. The waning half moon this Sunday promises to spark lively expressions of style and charisma, friends. Now, let's go ahead and take this day by day. Today is Friday the 3rd, and Venus is opposite Neptune retrograde. This is going to bring some mystery to our romances that may not necessarily be welcome there. Venus in Virgo is very particular, and Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and myths. So what we perceive as a practical expression of our love may not be, in fact, realistic. In fact, we may tend to idealize our partners or romance in general in a way that betrays a lack of understanding, and that can wind up being disappointing. However, if you manage to find the balancing point between the practical choice and the fantasy, you will be rewarded with some creative vitality and a more profound sense of connection to your loved ones. It will be essential with this one to dot your I's and cross your T's when making major romantic or financial choices. Since Neptune threatens a foggy landscape for decision making, one way to get through it is to spend the time focusing on yourself, doing what you love, and embracing that spirit of self-care and the wisdom that arises with quality downtime. And this arrangement will be with us through about the 10th. Tomorrow is Saturday the 4th, and Saturn goes direct. When Saturn is retrograde, which is like 4 or 5 months out of the year, there are times when we can feel like we don't know what we're doing, or like the things we started are stalled or only slowly progressing. Especially in the final days before the planet goes direct, when it appears to be standing still in the sky, things can really wind down to a crawl, and we can start to think, what am I even doing? I don't even know. Saturn goes direct tomorrow, and he will get up to speed very quickly after that. This indicates we'll have a lot more clarity about our responsibilities and the work we have to do, and additionally, opportunities start picking up for us to establish more security in our lives. Yesterday's obstacles shift and fade as we find a new sense of determination to accomplish our goals. And when we attend to our responsibilities with pride and purpose, it solidifies the foundation upon which we build our empires. If there are any commitments you need to renegotiate or boundaries to set, now is the time, tomorrow, this Saturday. It is also the time to strive for improvement in all facets of life. Saturn's next retrograde begins in late June 2024. Also tomorrow, Mercury forms an opposition to Uranus, which is retrograde. And this is characterized by a disruption in our plans and conversations. It's a little like a mini Mercury retrograde. Unpredictable events can impact everything from driving your car to making your grocery list or sending a text. You may have some exciting new ideas. If you're a little attention deficit like me, you may struggle to focus. But the main thing is that you practice flexibility and embrace different ways and means of carrying out your routines. This added fun will be with us through about the 9th. And then the next day is Sunday the 5th. Mars is in a mode of adjustment here with the asteroid Chiron, lending an air of awkwardness to our power moves. Mars's action-oriented vibe comes in more like a bent sword, which throws us off our game and potentially causes us to doubt ourselves. This raises insecurities from past events, leaving us feeling sensitive and exposed. I wanted to say sensitive and exposed in the same word. Yeah. If something like this comes up for you, remember to be very kind and sweet to yourself with your language and in general. Just go as easy as you can that day. There are no rewards to be found for pushing too hard, and this vibe will also linger through about the 9th. On Monday the 6th, Venus falls into a lovely harmony with Pluto, sparking powerful expressions of attraction and attachment. Love affairs grow more ardent. New attractions seem to spark with potential. Connections are reinforced in meaningful ways. And we're invited to explore what our relationships can do to transform us when we share with another what we most profoundly crave. The potential for an ecstatic bonding experience rises when you're willing to reveal a desire you have kept hidden until now. And this energy of profound connection will hang around through November 13. Also that day, Mercury makes an optimal connection. Look at those beautiful trines together on the same day. Mercury makes this connection with Neptune, lighting us up with intuitive hits, spiritual gifts, and creative talent. We are literally processing the dream through our intellect with the easiest and most powerful vibration available here. So don't be surprised when you have insights that come true or an overwhelming urge to create something beautiful and new. At play in this zone of imagination and creativity, we notice more emotional sensitivity as well. Our compassion is turned all the way up. Develop and share your dreams and aspirations so your friends and loved ones can find appropriate ways to support you, okay? This boost to your art and expression sticks around through the 11th. And then on Wednesday, the 8th, we have a pretty big day. First, Venus moves on into Libra. Venus is happiest in Libra, and this is a time of loving regard for our partners of all kinds, but especially in romance. Venus in Libra bodes well for new lovers and steady companions. And even if you were thinking about getting out of a relationship, this month you will probably feel the pull to stay and try to work things out. Venus will be in Libra until December 5. Next, on Wednesday, Venus also strikes a mode of accommodation with Saturn, which has just gone direct. In this case, our desire for attention, affection, gifts, surprises, compensation may just have to adjust to the fact that we have responsibilities to attend first. Yes, romance is in the air, but now through November 10th at least, be careful to take care of business first. Also that day, Mercury goes into a cooperative vibe with Pluto. Profound insights and deep conversations are available to us, particularly through November 12. We are blessed with the power to comprehend matters that we would normally find really complex, and putting wisdom into practice and adding meaning to our collaborations. And then that day, the sun goes into the mode of adjustment with Chiron. And this can be an awkward feeling vibe as we may face some insecurity that comes bristling up from the past. The idea is to be yourself, and the path there includes a lot of self-directed kindness and care through at least November 12. 1112. There we go. The next day over here is Thursday the 9th, and this is the day Mercury moves on into Sagittarius. We tend to express ourselves with more sort of blunt optimism during this transit. When Mercury is in Sagittarius, we are intellectually inspired, idealistic, adventurous, always looking for a universal truth to apply. Mercury will be in Sagittarius through December 2. And then on Friday the 10th, Mercury meets a little bump in the road with Saturn. It may take persistence and dedication to take care of business under this influence. Slowdowns in our plans and communications can be very frustrating, and some patience will be called for. We'll need to take our time and check our work through about November 14. And then finally, on Saturday the 11th, Mars completes an opposition to Uranus here. This aspect should come with a little warning sign. We'll do the triangle with the exclamation point. Warning. Our desire for freedom on this day is stirred up in a way that makes us a little impulsive and a little like, don't tell me what to do. So be careful with your body and look before you leap. This is accident-prone energy, and it will linger with us through the 21st of this month. In the next decan video will go up on the 13th of November. That will be the day of the new moon in Scorpio and lunar Samhain, which sort of completes our Samhain celebration. It's about 2 weeks this year from the solar celebration to the lunar celebration. So that's where we're traveling in this sort of darkest time of the year, or not really the darkest time of the year, but this part of this time of the year when we're sort of crossing the threshold into more of a wintry era of 2023. And then also in the next decan, we'll have the waxing half moon on the 21st of November in Aquarius. And then on the 22nd of November, the sun will move on into Sagittarius. So that's it for today's video, and for the next decan, November 3 through November 12, 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I sure appreciate your presence here, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.